Hi, this is TapCat, and coming into this mission, I've had enough soldiers that were either tired or wounded that I could barely put together a full squad. I also felt like I'd let myself get a little sloppy in recent missions, so my goal was to really try to get back to basics with my tactics, and obviously try to avoid wounds to the extent it was possible. Was I successful? Well, I made at least one pretty noteworthy gaffe of my own during the mission, and the game decided to force feed me multiple pods at a time for virtually the entire mission. So let's just say it wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
Menace 1-5, target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the evac volume for extraction. Advent already knows we're here, so your position isn't concealed for the extraction.
Okay. Well, sadly, no Reaper, no concealment.
That's affirmative.
See what's in front of us.
Got some Advent here.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? Am I forgetting, or is this our first Dromedan? And how much of a pain is it going to be to try and, get him flanked? Yeah, sadly. Actually, here's an odd thing. Why is this not a flank if this is? Oh, now I can't see him at all. But this isn't a flank. He's invisible. And then all of a sudden it's a flank, not a flank, flank. Very odd. Well, we're going to have an extremely difficult time doing damage to him. I could try coming in here, I guess. I mean, am I prepared to go? See, this isn't a flank. This is. Maybe it's because this is blocking. I don't know. The problem is I really need him. But because my specialist is in the way. So what if I brought him here? I don't love this. I may just have to use a grenade. Oh, I still can't go there. So that was just a complete and utter waste. Okay, well then, I'm going to come here, and I'm going to use a grenade. And I might as well shred both of them. That was a lot of angst for nothing. I mean, it wasn't nothing because we did learn. I just didn't learn what I wanted it to be. Let me come up here. Get her out of harm's way, I hope. I mean, if there's a pod up there, that would be extremely unusual. And extremely not good.
Okay.
All right, Clara. So, unless I'm just going to throw another grenade with somebody, which I don't really want to do. I think we just start taking shots here.
Hard target, minimal damage.
But yeah, I don't really like this at all. Come on, man. Okay. So the good news is we got rid of his ability to, to use the gun and all that, but since like we're not up here or anything, I'm still totally vulnerable to whatever he wants to do. So yeah, 70% versus 100%. I'm gonna do this. I don't know. Maybe this was the wrong way to go. Yeah. I got minimum damage, which, you know, didn't help make it a good move. Am I really going to come 1 damage short of killing this fool? No, I don't think I am. I think that Matt is going to save me from that. I should have probably just stayed where I was. I could have taken a shot at the shield bearer. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, I don't really want to just come running after this guy like a fool. And by that, what I mean is I don't want to trigger another pod. I don't want to use my last grenade either. That's a bummer. You sit tight, Jana. Yeah, see, honestly, I'm a little anxious about pushing too far forward here. It is hollow targeted, so let's try this. Okay, that's really good. And I would say he's dead, but the last time I thought that, the guy didn't die. So let me try this. Because I feel like, oh, I didn't realize I wrecked his cover at first. But I'm taking the shot. Okay, good. So now, let me do this. I'm just gonna move up like here and reload. Because he goes through ammo like crazy. And I don't need to reload her. I'm kind of going to do the same thing. I'm just going to come up a couple tiles and I'll go on Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
And Overwatch... Well, hold on. I haven't taken an action. And he doesn't have a free reload, so... Okay. So, I mean, I don't know that 2 Rangers on Overwatch is great. Jesus Christ, are we having a convention out here? Ooh, Clara, nice work. Alright, that's more what I expect.
Not even close.
Do we have 5 or 6 guys? I think it might be 5. No, it's 6. Trooper, Viper, Officer, Lancer, Purifier, Codex. This is a Mimic Beacon turn for sure. And since they got activated on their turn, tactical analysis will not be a thing. And honestly, I'm kind of afraid to come over this far. Because what if I trigger somebody else? At the same time, I can't really afford to just sit here. So I kind of like this. He's very killable. Not with one shot. I just mean in general. When we have 6 guys, we really, really need to just start taking, dudes out that we can. Okay, yeah, I think this would be a really good landing spot for him. Because he'll have cover. And I can still fire twice. You know, I mean, what I could even do... I definitely feel like I would rather kill the Viper. Wait a minute, can I not see the stupid Viper? Are you because of this thing? That's a shame. I can see it with that, but it's blocking justice. Okay. I guess that makes sense in a weird way. And I could move, but I don't want to give up that extra shot. Okay, because he has blue screen rounds, I think I take this. I kind of wanted to do that, but let's do this. And see what happens. All right. Not a kill. We knew it wasn't going to be a kill. But I now have two that only have 1 health. Let me think for a second. So who am I using? He would only be able to come here, which would make him flanked by literally everybody. I'm not doing that. I mean, this is kind of brutal because I have to be careful of being flanked by them. Who can the Lancer get to? Yeah, see, he could come over here. I would very much like to kill the Lancer. Okay, here's the thing. I think we plan on using a Mimic Beacon for him. I don't see any way around that. So then the question is, you know, how many guys can I kill?
Moving on target
So what if I bring Clara here? Don't love that. But let's do this. Because, I mean, he's a straight up damage dealer. Okay, I kind of like that. Because I have a 100% chance to just finish him. So there you go. And then, by the way, I'm going to leave the Viper. I am. What I'm thinking is I use him to kill this one, because there's no way she's going to see the Mimic Beacon. Hold on. Have I already moved? Yes. Okay. And the stock makes this a guaranteed kill. And I hit her straight up. Okay. Now, the funny thing is, I mean, killing that clone, basically, I traded 2 actions to go from a clone, codex with full health to one with 1 health. But I am prepared to make that trade. No, he literally can't see anybody. If I came here... I'm not going to just leave guys out of cover because I'm not confident enough that the beacon can absorb everything. Okay, Clara still has her shot. I'm kind of thinking I do this. I mean, I can only hit one of these 2. Okay. I get more value if I hit him, but it's just another guy at low health. And obviously, you know, that's not exactly why I came over here. So let me do this. I mean, the Lancer, I only got 1 damage. The Lancer is just so much more problematic. I could run and gun and come here, but oh my, I do worry about other groups. I'm going to do it.
I'm coming for ya. I'm on the move.
I want some kills, number one. I want to kill him very specifically, number two. Okay, that'll give her implacable. Let's put a pin in that. So what do I got? I got 4 guys left. One of which is at extremely low health. Okay, so Cha-Cha, he doesn't even have a good shot. So actually what I might do is just have George move forward. And maybe I use him this way. And I'll just get rid of another enemy's attack. So no more Codex. No Lancer, no Trooper. So we've cut their numbers in half. And the Purifier, this is the really good part in my eyes. Purifier isn't going to do anything to the beacon, so the beacon really only has to absorb 2 attacks this turn, which it should easily be able to do. My problem, actually, now that I realize it, I need to throw it over far enough to make sure the Purifier can see it. Okay. This should do. I believe all 3 will be able to see that. So Clara gets her move, and that is literally all I've got. So I'm going to come back here. Whew. Okay.
Cover my flank!
And this should do nothing. It's a shame the officer wasn't in the way. Maybe he'd be burning now. So that's great. So now we have this turn to take out the Viper and friends. And I would love to come here. However, that's very problematic because if this guy explodes, that's not so good for me. So, what if I did this? What if I start off... let's reload.
Locked and loaded.
Let's not be sloppy. Let's see how much damage I can get. Oh. Damage is irrelevant. The repeater does the job. So definitely, you know, this is my number 2 priority here. And I don't want to use Justice or anything like that. God, I hate dodge. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going all in on killing this guy this turn. I do hope I get just a moment's breath here, you know, starting next turn to reload. This has been quite the running firefight. Okay. Probably the best thing to do is just like come here.
Good copy. Moving on target.
I know I'm not gonna, you know, reveal anybody new. I should be able to get this kill. Got the kill.
Kill confirmed.
That's not great. I want to be, let's not go too close to the fire. Beautiful.
Only the best.
So, to say that I'm pleased is an understatement.
Closing on target.
And I'll come out just a little ways. I could come here. Yeah, I think that's safe as far as revealing anybody. Autoloader, superior autoloader. You know, I would even consider trading somebody with an expanded magazine. I have to think about it.
Guys will love this.
But what's great about the autoloaders is how good they are against a codex. Okay, he doesn't need one super bad, but I know, yeah, like he does.
Must reload now.
And I would say you do too. I maybe should have moved first, but honestly, I don't want to move forward very much at all. Okay, it's just up here, huh? I tell you what, where's George? George is over here. So since I already know
On my way.
that Matt and yeah, I have a couple of guys who are like way behind. So rather than move them forward and risk triggering a pod,
Sure thing.
and I'm going to reload him too. I'm just going to move forward the guys at the rear.
Let's rock.
And then I'm going to go on Overwatch with some of these others. So I tell you what, Jana, why don't you come here and we'll hunker you down. We have 8 turns. I don't know how many guys we have to face, but our distance is not anything crazy. So I'm not moving you another step. I will reload him.
Back in.
So the cool thing is, in terms of ammo, you know, we're actually kind of going into the next turn in pretty good shape.
Reload it.
I probably don't have quite as much Overwatch, maybe as I should, but whatever. And there you go. A mech and something. It's a shame he missed. I can't... Oh, trooper. Okay. Not amazing Overwatch performance, but we only had a couple of shots, so I can't complain. Okay. Can I hit this guy? I think I just take this shot. Okay. Well, that's a bummer.
Reloaded.
I absolutely have no choice but to do damage. No, that's not going to help me. I will come here, I guess. This isn't great, though. And I don't have run and gun. I'm still a turn away. If I don't get this kill, I'm going to have to use a mimic beacon anyway. I'm going to do this. It sucks. Yeah, I lose a lot of damage potential there. The problem is I'm not going to push damage through with anybody else if, you know, I can't get this going. Let me try Whiplash. This seems like a good use of Whiplash to me. Okay. Well, we'll do this. You know, honestly, maybe this is what I should have done in the first place. No, Whiplash, it's a free action. I forgot for a second. I don't have any regrets. Okay, I'm running out of shots. Actually, let me do this. I really need to take every possible opportunity.
Missed the target.
The RNG is not being especially kind to me this turn. It's not that I'm losing a bunch or missing a bunch of 99%ers or anything. But we've lost, you know, a lot in that 75 to 80% zone.
Absolutely.
So it does look like I'm going to have to use the beacon. And using a mimic beacon against a pod of 2 is pretty crap. Wow, that's really weird. 2 executions in a row. And of course, I didn't need an execution on that one. Unfortunately, you know, Aaron is the only guy I have left. And I have no chance to, that's actually not true. If I hit, I would have a 47% chance to kill him. If I did this, 3, 6, 9, I'd have to get max damage. This is an extremely foolish chance. Now, I want to pull that guy forward, so I'm going to purposely throw it behind me. That also will avoid any possibility that the beacon would trigger another pod. But that's going to happen anyway just because they're on patrol. So that's pretty awesome. And I see what looks like maybe another pod back here. Okay.
Time to pull back.
So the trooper ignored the beacon and ran away. I gotta be honest, man. Part of me is tempted to just start booking. But I don't know if that's gonna work out particularly well for me. Hold on. Is there a place where I would have one of them? If I could make it all the way over here, I'd have some flanks. So here's the question. With my grapple, yeah, there's no way I'm getting over there. It's just not happening. We got that other guy too. This is kind of rough. We don't have a lot of explosives left. I got one left. Hey, Ray, you want to come on my lap? Your tail is doing a great job for the camera right now, baby. People are lucky to see a tail that beautiful, even if it's a little blurry. Yeah. Want to come down? Come on. Come on. You're a good boy. Come here. All right. Can you help me puzzle this out, Ray? We have some pretty awkward positioning here. And, you know, 6 turns seems like a lot on the surface, but it honestly isn't. We need to start working our way up. We really do. So that would let me flank the 1, but I would be flanked in turn. I could, no, Ray. I could come here, but then I don't have her flanked. Oh, the door is closed. Well then, how in the hell do I have her flanked here? I don't know. Line of sight in this game is pretty dodgy sometimes. So, does anybody else have a grenade? Just his. And so I would have to come over here. I could use it to break up all this cover. I would split the 2 of them. But then we could easily kill the 2 that would still be there. God, this is so horrible. Unfortunately, I think if we're going to make any headway, I just don't know what else to do. Like, bottom line for me is we need to break cover and start hurting these things.
Boom!
I don't know if I'll be lucky enough to kill the clones. We got way too many of these guys alive, though. That I know. Yeah, see, I don't see how I'm going to get to that one. You should probably chill. Okay, so we have a good view of this guy. I think that's what I saw earlier, and I actually thought it might be yet another, you know, codex or something. That's clearly not true. So, unfortunately, he can't see any of them. And what I'm trying to avoid is having him do like a traditional move. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. If I came here, I would have one flanked. I don't know what my percentage chance would be. What was the other spot I could come to? I could come to here. I would only be able to see one. Okay. I'm going to do this. Perhaps very reckless. But I'm going to do this because I need kills. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I have got to make this happen. Well, that's not nearly as good, but the blue screen rounds make it better. I thought he'd be able to see that other thing, and he couldn't. But it's easy pickings. I mean, I'm not worried about that. But she has run and gun, and I'm just wondering. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's what I thought. And just out of curiosity, 6 to 8. But if I used run and gun, and if I didn't trigger another pod, I'd have an extremely high chance to get that kill. So I think I want to save her with that as my intent. Oh, okay, I see. Unless I do that. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
On the way.
I'm going to come over here. Let's try this.
Right on the mouth.
Oh, God, I just split it again. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. I love having infinite enemies running around. And nothing is in vision that he can hit with his pistol. You know, it's nothing's in range. Literal nothing. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's not great for me. I'm actually, rather than go forward a bunch, I'm not really too keen on that at this point because I feel like way too high a chance I reveal something. So at this point, I'm just thinking about, you know, can I kill? So I'm going to do this. This is literally the only thing you can do except Overwatch. Of course. At this point, that's kind of all I can expect. So I have these two, and I feel like going for one of these kills is just all that I can do. I think it makes more sense to do this rather than go for the Spectre, because I could easily trigger another pod with this if I go for the Spectre, and I might as well just commit ritual suicide for the squad now, and I just triggered another pod. Okay. That's not good. The only thing I have going for me is that at least they can only take one action this turn. Well, that being the case, then screw it. I'm going to come here because she at least can move. But make no mistake, this is just horrendous all the way around.
Heading out.
So I've kind of, at this point, I don't even know how many of these things are active. I'll be lucky if anybody has ammunition, and the way they can teleport and just shoot you to pieces, you know, like it's crazy. So, yep. I have to say, it is really bullcrap that supposedly they're doing one action, but for the codex, moving and firing is somehow one action. So fortunately, they missed both shots, but man, that's weak. Ooh, he is charmed. Holy crap, that's 3 misses in a row. And unfortunately, Aaron does not have something. He doesn't have an auto loader. I'm thinking I just come here, get rid of her Overwatch. It's a clean kill, and I get him out of this psionic bomb bull crap. And I mean, I'm in position to be flanked by about 30 guys, but where am I going to go where that's not true? Really? All these guys, and that's the only one you can see. Really? That where we are now? Because he can see some guys. I have no grenades. I have no mimic beacons. He's on Overwatch, which is really, really bad. Well, I'm just going to do it. So at least that's one down. We've killed 2 codexes this turn. Such a bummer that I can't get a flanking shot, and it has too much health for me to kill with the stock. So let's hold on to him. Matt has no ammo. And I used my grapple. So like if I move and reload, that's his turn. And I need to move. I got to get out of the psionic bomb. But I'm even struggling. Like, I guess I could come here. Is that safe? It looks like it. I never have, you know, a ton of good luck with that. I think I'll come here. And then the question is, can I use something like this? 100% I'm doing it. We're so desperate for kills. I mean, holy crap. Okay. Very good. We still have at least 4 enemies on the map. But that beats 7. And that's where we were. So I could just try to take the trooper because God knows I need to kill him. Could I move and get a flank? Yes. Yes, I could. But if I move, I'm going to trigger his Overwatch. Okay, you hunker down. So I believe I only have... Oh, no, I have him too. Okay. Okay. Could Clara... I mean... I just don't see... I'm not going to just leave her completely exposed to absolutely everybody. That seems really stupid. Yeah, okay, look. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this shot. Could go the other way. No, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave him because I need him to do Blazing Pinions next turn. That's the simple truth. And now that sets her up to get a kill. Which will give her Implacable, so she doesn't have to stand there and be hung out to dry. And I still have him. Now, the problem is I can't really move because I'll trigger this idiot. I could move forward like a teensy bit. But if I come here, hold on. He could see me. Now in theory, it shouldn't trigger the Overwatch, but I've been screwed on that before. I'm going to reload and I'm going to go on Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
And then for her, what if I just come like, oh, I can't come that far. See, I'm not, I'll come here maybe. Full cover. I don't have any sight lines anywhere that we haven't already revealed. So he's not going to do Blazing Pink. No, he is going to do Blazing Pink.
Cover the flanks.
He just moved twice. Wow. That was really weird. I'm not happy that he got wounded, but again, like when these guys can zip all over the map, it's pretty difficult to avoid that. Okay, hold on. So I have Overwatch here. I need to make sure I know what I'm dealing with. There's just these three. So the Archon definitely hits hardest. And while he's not as mobile as these other guys, he's pretty damned mobile. Hold on. Can I please select him? There we go. So I only have a really crappy shot. But I could come here and blast the crap out of her. I'm going to do that. I should have done something about that first. I screwed up. And it's not like I didn't know the Overwatch was there. Alright. She teleported, but there's still only one of her. I don't mind that as much. Well, I don't have to worry about Overwatch anymore. What if I did that? I'm going to reload him.
It's killing time.
And what are my odds for a crit? I'm going to try and... I got to try and do some real work on this clown. He still hasn't done Blazing Pinions. Is there any way I could actually get away with not killing him this turn and focusing on these idiots instead. You know what? I'm totally going to do this. I probably should have waited, or at least you could make that case.
Head now.
Who can you hit? Alright, I'm in. I'm going to try and kill the Codex. Oh my god.
So it's done.
He hasn't executed anybody in, hardly in the whole campaign. All of a sudden,
Cover me.
he is the executioner. I would make a Mac Bolin joke, but I don't think literally anybody would get it. Why don't I come here? I can't. Well, hold on. I may split a codex or something. I think I'm going to move you here. Because I got to start heading towards that damned exit, man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm losing myself here. Did we kill all of the codex? I guess I did. I'm so fried at this point. I really am. So we have 2 people to attack him. And the problem is, even if I get crits, I'm not getting rid of that health bar. And then he is going to whack the crap out of one of us. Which one? I'm sure it's more damage if I crit, it's more damage. Also, I have a better chance to hit. You know what? I'm going to go on Overwatch.
Come get some.
And I'm going to go on Overwatch.
No trespassers.
And I'm not going to get as close as he is. But I am going to move closer. I'm going to go on Overwatch. And he is blazing pinions, and I don't get any reaction fire? Please tell me it's going to come now. Okay. So I made the right call. If I don't even care if I get... But the others got no... I don't understand that at all. Please explain to me why they don't get that shot. I don't know. But they didn't. I'll tell you what else I don't know is if I can get out of here. Where? God. Can I see him here? No. This isn't good. This is not good. Here, let me do this. You get out of the way. And let me see. Yeah, for real, man. I'm really worried about us making it out of here. I'll come here. That's fine.
I'm on the move.
But see, I need a freaking holo targeting here. Where am I moving him? Oh, wait, he can see him from here. Okay, okay. Let's do that. That was actually the wrong guy. Oh, oh my God. All this time I'm sitting here evaluating the wrong dude. Okay, I'll come here. I don't like this though. I want to move him more, and yet I don't dare move him more. He may get captured. But I had to get holo targeting on. Like, that's the problem. It really is. Hey, could you just execute this fool? Because that would be really handy. Now that I need it... You can't be bothered. Oh. Yep.
A useful aid.
And that's perfect. Could I? No, I can't. I can't use Wrath on him. All right, let's just shoot. So close. Hold on. Isn't there a lot? Yeah, it's here. Get you out of the way. Yeah, this is fine. Okay.
Good riddance.
So, I mean, the good news is that at least some of us should be able to get the hell out of here.
Rolling out.
I'm just not positive everybody's making it. I'm a little anxious. Like, I don't know for a fact that we've fought everybody. I'll come here and that's it. You know what? I don't even need to. Look, she can clearly get out.
Overwatch.
I'm not doing it. Okay. So here's my concern. Like, what about you? All right. He should be okay. He should be okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure either way. You know, I was hopeful that I had moved close enough. But, oh boy. And I don't think I want to move her to the actual, you know, escape. Because I don't want to trigger reinforcements. We just need everybody to be close enough to get out. And that's it. That's all that matters. So, Aaron, you can come over here. Actually, I come here. Just in the off chance that we have any need for Overwatch. I'd rather have, you know, more guys with it than less. So, Cha-Cha, you go ahead and come up. Who else have I got? Yeah, like, where can I move you? This is fine.
Got it. Moving.
Obviously. Well, no, he's not high enough level for Overwatch. I don't think. Yeah, no, he doesn't have it yet. The one where if you move twice. So I'm going to go ahead and put everybody on Overwatch that I can. Yeah, that's fine.
Overwatch.
I don't need more than 2 rounds because I'm not going to be here long enough, man.
Menace 1-5, you're out of time.
Yeah. Shut your pie hole, Bradford. And I need advice from you. I'll let you know.
Moving out.
I'm curious. Let me come forward. Whether we see anybody. Oh, all right. Listen, that's fine with me. All right, I'm gonna have to. Oh no, he can get here. Okay, cool. Taking a very circuitous route. I thought I was gonna have to evac, you know, the first group. I definitely feel like we have established that there's nobody in front after that maneuver. That's pretty funny. So, kind of a bummer. We definitely took some wounds, at least one of which I did not need to take because I got to tunnel vision on moving my grenadier to kill or at least wound that one codex. And I knew the other one was on Overwatch. And I knew I should have done something to take her off Overwatch before I moved. And I lost sight of it. And so I took a wound I didn't need to take. And that's actually really bad because if there's one class that we're still thin on, it's Grenadiers. And we're thin in general. So Matt dealt the most damage, which is pretty unusual, but I think that was the blue screen rounds versus a lot of robotic enemies. And him being able to shoot twice in a turn makes a big difference. So we got a little beat up. What's at least as unfortunate is literally everyone is tired. I'm in pretty bad shape that way with my roster overall right now. It also sucks that Aaron's the only one who got promoted, but that's what happens as you start working your way up the ladder. It does get slower and slower to get promotions. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like any of those bonding combos. I am going to need to decide. I've never bonded rigs with anybody, and okay, so
I have often wondered why the elders would entrust
kinda
being so temperamental, so unmoved by our pursuits.
I knew I was in the middle of something. I just couldn't remember what it was. That was a really tense mission. I'm more than a little wrung out. The way they kept dumping guys in our laps like that.
For you now, Commander.
Leading the resistance is a daunting task, Commander. But your efforts so far have left many wondering
Oh well.
if you've made the right approach.
Yeah.
You'll have to
I mean, to be fair, we have had some failures this month.
I was good before, but this is something else.
Oh God, he gets Planewalker. So he's like an avatar now where he gets to hop away every time we hurt him. That could be kind of a bummer. Alright, so at least we don't have an Avenger defense mission in our near future. Because honestly, I could use a break from that. Okay, that would be really bad. Yeah, alright. Okay. Oh my God. So I do get a new slot here. I don't really care that much about breakthroughs. And we don't really get a lot of guys dying. Like, not since the first mission. So let me see. Experimental. Yeah, I really like a lot of these. Let me drop this here. So the question is, of these, which one do I actually want? This helps us in combat. I'm down with this. I like the fact that I can basically have a living mimic beacon.
The skirmishers are yours.
And I'm going to try and get my last 2 days here. Okay, cool. And let's see. Well, I mean, some of the stuff that I would consider doing, like a spark, I have to finish what I'm doing to be able to do that. Now, we can train more people for a level 2 bond. Unfortunately, my problem... All right, it is getting better. We're starting to get some guys back. I'm just really tight on manpower right now. So I'm hesitant to tie people up. I tell you what, I'll go ahead and do it. So there, yeah, I had 2 others. All right, you know what? We'll do this one. That's fine. I just used Clara, so she's probably still tired, or at least borderline tired.
Strategic resource located.
All right. So now we could build a spark if we want to. All right. Okay. So let's go back to the proving ground, because I don't want to just leave it idle. We definitely have more options here. So, you know, I don't really like the war suits. I know some people do. To me, it just, I don't like giving up the extra utility item. And I don't really like most of the heavy weapons. I just don't think they're that good. I just prefer like a grenade. So, yeah, you know what? Let's do this, because I really need help with the whole, oh God, all my guys are fatigued. So now let's go get the cash. This is so late for sparks, though. I kind of hate that, but it is what it is. It's just hard bringing like a level 1 spark on the missions we're getting now. Okay, cool. Now, that means I could build a shadow chamber, but I don't have enough money. So that kind of is what it is. I guess temporarily, let's go ahead and just throw the engineers that got freed up onto this. I mean, only one will be pulled off when we can build it. Man, we are really broke. Oh, thank God. We needed this too. We really did. So now our guys can actually get better a lot faster. Okay, I am going to do a couple of things here. Number 1, this didn't take long. Dr. Moreau. How appropriate that Dr. Moreau is manning the infirmary. No doubt, oh, I forgot that other guy was available. No doubt doing experiments to graft various animal DNA onto them. Do I have a soldier? Yeah, let's try and sort Mike out. He's afraid of Chosen. Whew, okay. So I do have an unstaffed engineer. Let's go ahead and put Brad on this. Oh, wait a minute. No, I do have somebody at the proving grounds. We're good. We're good. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Can I get my money? I love this.
Commander, if we want to set back the aliens,
Yeah, I know. I'm not worried about it.
We should hit one of their facilities as soon as possible.
We are 2 days away from knocking 2 pips off of there. So I'm not, you know, in any panic about it.
Market is open.
Let's sell crap first, if I have anything particularly worth selling. Let's see. What do you... Oh, mine shields. That's right. I think I really need these. And I don't really care about making those invisibility shields. I don't think I care about advanced stocks at this point in the game. I'm fine just getting rid of those. And let's see. Spider suit, no way. Oh, I haven't been using the stupid spider suit. I totally forgot about it. I'm going to get rid of the regular autoloader. We don't need that. Okay. All right. So we got a nice little chunk of change there. Now, let's see. I do have some intel. We have a superior laser sight, which I believe I do need. I don't know that I need a superior expanded magazine. Superior focus. Focus is will, and I don't care about that. But this I do care about. 100% buying that. I'm definitely not doing that or that. What does this do? Oh, it halves the hunt. Okay, whatever. I'm not spending 45 intel for that. Chrysalid autopsy. I don't care about any of the rushing research. It's just, ooh, 20? Only 20? Now, it doesn't cut it by nearly as much. Hold on. Oh, screw that. I only have 2 days. Piss off. Okay. Is there anything there that I care about? Maybe the laser sight. So hold on a quick second. Let me look at what we have, because I think I only have the second best on both of our rifles. Oh, that's right. Riggs doesn't have it. It was Clara and Aaron. Yeah, I only have advanced. And I'm quite certain, I'll go ahead and look. Rocky. I mean, that is his nickname here. I might as well clear it out. But same thing. He only has advanced. So I tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and buy one so I at least have one person with the maximum possible crit chance. Because the closer you get to 100, the better. Okay. And I think we're fine with the magazines. Like, not that I wouldn't want it, but I don't necessarily need to pay 30 intel to get it. So let's go ahead, and if I come back to Clara, yeah, let's use this one. Wait a minute. Okay, I just had this feeling for a second that I'd clicked on the wrong one. Okay, cool. So she's got as good a chance as she can possibly have. So now I think it's pretty simple. I'm going to look for where we can scan or make contact. I had also, hold on. I had wanted to go do an alien facility, but we couldn't even put together a decent squad. As of right this second, how's Riggs? Okay, almost full will. Russell's great. Chris is fine. So we would have everything except a Grenadier, and chemicals also looking good. So is Ben. Okay. So you know what? It's a little risky because, like, if we come back and we get another mission right away, I'm totally hosed. Let's do this. Let's scan for 1 day. I'll just grab a little more intel and let some of these guys come back. There were a few who were wounded. And if we get a mission in 1 day, then I'll know this was not the time. Mm-hmm.
Did your friends
there you go.
Notice this quaint little refuge?
All right. Well, listen, I'm really glad I did that. Because, wow, that would have been horrendous if we had used all of our best guys on an alien facility, fighting an alien ruler, no less. Then we come back and everybody's tired, possibly some wounded. And I have like 3 healthy guys for a retaliation mission. Okay. Well, when we come back, we know where we're going, but that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.